Hey everybody, I'm excited to be here with Miss Angela Harkins, one of the top agents in our entire company. And I wanted to do this video and chat with her this particular week for a certain reason. Very special week for us.
Very special week. Yes. 10 years ago.
10 years
What
ago
happened?
this week, Lamacchia Realty acquired Angela Harkins and Associates, and you became a part of Lamacchia Realty.
It's been great.
Well, thank you so much. And funny, we should tell everyone, that was like, I think a week or two. It was right around that time that we switched from the old name of the company to Lamacchia Realty as well.
Yes, it was a lot of changes at once for everybody.
You're right about that. And because I distinctly remember you coming to our name change party that we had at the BC CEO Club.
Yeah.
And here we are 10 years later, and your business has grown immensely.
Catapulted.
Yes. Substantially.
Yep.
And you're still doing it. You're in President's Club, I think this week, right now. You're in it for this year. You've been in President's Club every year. It just goes on and on.
Yeah, well, it's good. Business is good. All the support that I get here is phenomenal. I mean, it couldn't be better. I mean, I came into the company 10 years ago, and I was doing well. I mean, I was doing well. I had my own company. It was fun. It was great. But, I was at the point where it was either I had to start hiring more staff or I had to take myself out of the field. And I love being in the field.
Yeah.
So I was kind of at a crossroads, but didn't want to go anywhere. You remember the conversation.
I remember.
Oh, yeah. Anthony. Yeah, we were at a conference. Was it the NAR conference? Or was it Washington?
Well, we were it was an NAR conference in DC, in May of
the mid-years.
15, mid-year, we used to call it. And go ahead, tell them.
All right, well,
she said no at first. Go ahead.
We were just chatting, and Anthony was like, I really want to talk to you about business. He said, when we get back, we should have coffee. And I said, Anthony, I'm not giving up my business. So if that's what it's about, forget about it. He's like, no, let's just have coffee. Let's just talk. I'm like, okay. So what happened?
We got back, I called her, and we met for lunch at Paparazzi on Route 2.
In Concord.
In Concord. And pretty much the rest was history.
And then that was it. He had so much to offer, so much that I couldn't do as a small brokerage. And I didn't want to join a franchise. I think I said that to you.
Yeah,
I am not going to a franchise. I've been there, done that. There was
that she stuck to.
No added value. Never doing that again. And then, I couldn't say no. I mean, there was just too much, and we had work to do together.
Oh yeah.
So it was definitely the best.
Well,
move.
I appreciate you saying that, and I've said it 100 times. I don't think I've said it on a video like this, but I'm very grateful to you that you were not only the first broker owner to take a chance on the company and on me, but you were really the first big agent with a large book of your own business to come over to our company. Prior to that, prior to 2015, the majority of the agents we brought in had a small amount of business or none. We trained them up, we gave them our leads and helped them grow their business. But you were really the first person that I was able to recruit over to the company. And it means a lot to me to this day, as you know. I've told you many times, so thank you. But not only you were wonderful in joining, but you also helped me a lot in those early years, especially 2015, 16, 17, when we were converting the company from a real estate team model to a brokerage model. And I remember there were times I'd call you at 9 at night and I'd be like, hey, this is what we're thinking. And you'd be like, whoa. Anthony, if you do that, the agents aren't going to like that because blah, blah, blah. And I'd be like, oh, yeah, okay. And we would talk through these things.
Wait, I remember that too, but I think it was 5:45 in the morning.
Yes, there were some of those. But you were so helpful to me and gave me such honest feedback. And really, we helped each other. Because I remember you telling me, like, I never can sell more than 25 homes a year or 30, because you were always so focused on the agents in your company. It was eating up your time. Now you're selling over 50 homes a year, pretty much ever since. And when I look at it, I'm so glad we were able to help each other so much. And I think you probably helped me more than I helped you.
We helped each other, for sure.
But it was really a great partnership all along. And I can't say enough about how I appreciate it. I do want to tell a story, though, and she might tell it better than me.
I might tell it differently than you.
We first met in New Orleans in 2011 at a realtor conference, a National Association conference, and she gave me a little bit of like, what are you doing here?
I'm sorry. I apologize.
Is it true, though? Yes. Go ahead.
Well, Anthony had a different business model. And back then, all the real estate companies had the exact same business model.
Yep.
So when somebody was kind of going outside the box, we kind of looked at you like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I didn't know if I trusted you. I did a transaction with them, and it was much different than what I was
Yeah,
used
you weren't.
to.
I wasn't personally involved.
Right. I'm like, oh, so I think there might have been a little jealousy
Yeah,
involved
yeah.
instead of.
I bet she admits it now.
Because
14 years later.
okay, no, I admitted it a long time ago. But anyway, so when I first joined, there were what, 35 people?
Total in the company, we had about 35 agents, and I think we had like, I don't know, 8 staff or 10
Yeah.
staff or something.
And what's the company
oh,
at now?
now we have about 730 agents, not including our referral company or other companies, and we have, actually we're over 750 agents, and we have about 60 staff.
That's incredible.
So,
That's 10 years.
Yeah.
I mean, think about what you've accomplished
about 20
in
times
10
the
years.
size. Thank you.
That's unbelievable. You know, and when he first was talking to me about, and we're going to do this, and we don't have this yet, but this is the plan, and we're going to do this, and I'm thinking, there's no way. But I said, you know what? I'm ready to do something. I'm going to trust you.
Yeah.
And every step of the way, you held to your word. There was not one time where you said, I didn't say that, or I said it, but I didn't mean it. There was one time where there was something you said we couldn't do, and it made sense. And you came back and said, we can't do that, but how about we do this instead? Perfect.
Yeah.
So it was definitely a trust factor.
Thank you.
And I think that went throughout the whole company. Everyone trusts you. What you say is what you do. And then if you do something, and this is what I really love about this company, if you try something and it works, great, let's go down that path.
We go further, yeah.
If you try something and it doesn't work, you say, okay, no harm, no foul, let's move on.
Yep.
There's no, it's beautiful the way you do it.
Well, as you know, I believe in radical transparency, and I believe in communicating with people and explaining the why. I always tell management that, explain the why, explain why we're doing what we're doing. And, you were a great addition, and you understood all that. And, you were also someone who had been an owner for 9 years. So you understood what it was like to be the owner, and how agents sometimes can have unrealistic expectations. And, that's why you were always easier on that. But so again, I can't thank you enough. But let's talk about your business right now.
Oh.
I mean, you're doing tons of business, Southern New Hampshire, Northern Mass for the most part.
Yeah.
You're doing everything. I mean, you handle relos, why don't we talk about that?
I do residential, relos. I actually do some rentals. I have some clients that just don't want to sell, and I just, every 2 to 3 years, I just keep re-renting their house. Probably have 4 or 5 of those. It's not a big business, but it's kind of different. But mostly residential real estate. Although
commercial.
I've done some commercial.
Yeah, you have something now, I believe.
I have 2 things over at Old Boston Square.
In Westford.
In Westford, yeah. So yeah, and it's funny. People say, "Oh, you sell in Chelmsford? Are you selling Westford? Are you selling Pelham? Are you selling Salem or Nashua?" Because I do a lot of business at Sky Meadow, the country club up there. They have 350 homes. But when you really look at what towns I work in, I mean, I've been down in Northborough. I've been out in Mountainborough selling lake homes. I do a lot of lake homes because I live on a lake. But yeah, no, it's really where my clients lead
Take
me.
you, yeah.
Because a lot of my business is referral. And back in the day, remember, it used to be real estate is local. You felt like you had to stay in your own town. I realized the other day when I was shredding why that is. Because you had to do 4 original copies of the purchase and sales. You had to go to people's houses to have offers signed. You had to go physically pick up checks. Real estate had to be local. Now everything's electronic, so we can go anywhere.
Yeah.
And it's really opened everything up.
No doubt, and that's why we as a company invested so much and got so involved with relocation, as you know, and that's been part of our focus. But good. Well, listen, I just want to say, any home buyer, home seller out there who is considering buying, selling, or whatever, Angela has my complete and total endorsement. Angela is on the small list of people that handles my friends and family when they are looking in the area that she's in. And that's about all I have to say. Thank you, really
thank you
sincerely.
Too. Thank you.
It's been a good 10 years. We got to get back and do this again in another 10.
Maybe.
All right? Well, I'm holding her to that.